stay away from Saccos. If these are the conditions, this is a video about Saccos. And let me tell you one thing. I know this video might rub shoulders with some of the people. Back then, Saccos used to be an amazing ways of saving your money. And up to date, Saccos are the most affordable in terms of the debt or loans. They are very affordable compared to a bank. But there are some specific people who ought to be in a Sacco, not everyone. So if you are not in this category, please stay away from Saccos. Otherwise, you will cry. Otherwise, you'll think that you're doing far much favor to your life as far as the finances are concerned, and you're going to have a bumpy ride. And I'm speaking from my own experience. This is my submission on this particular thing. And by the way, always do your research. Now, by the way, in case you're watching me for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscription button and make sure that you like this video. Leave a comment on the comment section. Tell me the most weird experience you ever had with a Sacco. Just tell me what bad experience have you ever had with a Sacco? Let me know on the comment section. Now, this is me, Joseph here. I went to a Sacco sometimes back to open an account, obviously. Why? Because I wanted to save. Why? Because I wanted to get a what? A loan. Let's now stop there first. If your idea is not to get a loan from a Sacco, there is no any other way that a Sacco can be so much useful. I know there are dividends. I'm not discrediting that. It is true there are dividends. But the major reason why we get into Saccos is to get a loan. Hello, are we together? So if you are not planning to get a loan, please, Saccos may not be that helpful to you. Let's just say you want to get that loan. So it is me here. I went to a Sacco. Now, I don't want to mention the name of the Sacco. I went there, and of course, I was received in a very good way. And I was told, hey, guess what? We have 3 accounts: the BOSA, the FOSA, I don't know, the share capital account, and what have you saved with us for the next 3 months. And then after that, whatever you could have been saving or you have saved, then we'll actually 3x of it or money, and then all those. And I was like, oh my goodness, amazing, I'm gonna save here. So I opened an account, and I was told each and every month the minimum I can contribute, I think it was 2,500 Kenyan shilling. Then I went ahead and did that. Now it came to a point whereby now I have to borrow, because honestly the reason why I came to you guys is to borrow, isn't it? Now here I am. Now the moment a time comes where now I want to borrow, guess what? This is where now you face of course I did ask them at the beginning, hey, what are the conditions of me borrowing? You have to front 4 guarantors for you to do that. Now, this is where you face the music. When you want to borrow, and of course, let's say you've saved your 200K and your target was to borrow 600, for instance, because with 600, there's a plan that you had. Now you come with your 200, you go and take that form and fill in, you want to borrow and whatever. Then they ask you who is your guarantors or who are your guarantors. And remember, guarantor is not just anybody who you come with from your village. No, there are people who come from that particular Sacco. Tell me, you've gone to a Sacco, you don't know anybody. You have never seen anybody. The only person you know is the one who registered for your account. And probably by the time you're coming back to borrow, maybe they have been transferred or they have been fired or something like that. Or they have changed the department. Now, here you are with your 200K saved in your Sacco and you want to borrow. Now they ask you, give us 4 guarantors. And it's okay. By the way, there's nothing wrong with them asking you the guarantors, isn't it? For their security of their cash. Okay. Now, this is what happens now. See, if you want to borrow for 600,000, it means you have 200K. So literally you are borrowing 400 on top. So you have to front the guarantors who can guarantee you the 400K. So you can't bring a guarantor who has saved, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the 4 guarantors of yours. And these guarantors are saved, let's say, 30K. This one has saved, say, 50K. And this one has saved, say, 50K. And this one has saved 50K. Why? Because this is 150 plus this one is 180K. You want guarantors who can say, guarantee you 400K. Whoa, that's what I was told. My friend, I am telling you, I am new to this Sacco. I do not know anybody. Actually, when I went there to open an account, I did not even see any member. I only saw the officials. So I don't know anybody who comes from that Sacco. So where will I even get these people? No, forget about the 400, forget about getting people who will guarantee me 400K. But people even can guarantee me 10K. I don't know anybody. Now, this is when you now start facing the music. Then you start to realize it's becoming harder and harder for you to get that loan. What do you think you will do? Okay, fine. If then I can't get the loan, then bring my money back. Okay. This is where now they tell you, okay, you can't speak the language of withdraw your money because you can't withdraw. Inform us in a period of 2 months, 60 days. Write us a letter 60 days prior telling us that you would wish to sell your shares. Please listen to the language. I didn't say to withdraw, to sell your shares. So once you tell them in a period of 60 days, so they the Sacco, they have to look for the members within the Sacco to purchase your shares worth 200K. So that once they purchase your shares, because yes, it is you who know that you have saved 200K, but in the language of the Sacco, you don't have 200K. You have shares worth 200K. You understand the language? Now, that's why you can't speak the language of withdrawing 200K. You speak the language of selling your shares that is worth 200K. Now, they have to look for people within, or the members within the circle, to buy your shares worth 200K for you to get the 200K. This is where now we start facing the music. What if they don't get the guys to buy those shares within that period of time? Your money stays there. You didn't get the loan. You're unable to withdraw your money, let's say instantly. It becomes more harder. Guess what happens now? At this particular point, you find people crying. Oh, I don't know what I can do. I have some cash in a Sacco. I don't know where I should start. I don't know where I should begin, or something like that. Now, am I saying that ultimately Saccos are bad? No, I cannot say that. What I can tell you, if you are interested in getting into a Sacco, these are the conditions that you have to fulfill. Number one, you are getting into a Sacco precisely you want to get a loan. Number two, you have to find out the exit plan before you even join. Ask them, if I want to withdraw from the Sacco, what are the procedures that are for? Please don't get into something that you do not know how to get out. Ask that question when you are getting in. And if it is possible, let them send you supporting documents or some terms and conditions to see to what extent will this cover and what have you. And if possible, let them sign and you sign. Number three, make sure that at least you know somebody or people in that particular circle. This is why I always encourage people, please go open circles if you have to, but go there as a group. Either you can have maybe your friends, like 5 of them or 10 of them. Go open that circle. Why? So that you can guarantee each other, either as a group or as individuals. Because you getting into a circle that you do not know, it becomes harder and harder. Especially, for example, if you go to these institution-based circles, for example, there are these circles that has for example, you find like Mwalimu circle, means that it's all the teachers there. If you go to some police circle, means like it's all the police officers there. If maybe you have been employed as a new police officer, you are likely to get some friends there. Let's say you are not a police officer, but you join that circle, so you don't know anybody. It becomes very hard for you to get the guarantors there. But back then, Saccos never used to accept the collateral, such as, or security, such as logbooks and title deeds and what have you. Nowadays, at least that is a green light. Nowadays, they have changed the thing, and you can actually front those documents or front those securities for you to secure that particular loan. So that is actually a plus. And by the way, I give credit to them on that. Now, the thing here is, what have we said? I was about to say to Meseva, we've said you must have a guarantor for you to do that, or guarantors to do that before you join the circle. Understand the exit. Number three, understand that you are getting into a circle for you to get a loan precisely. And if you are there, by the way, if you ask me, if you are so much interested in getting dividends, I'm pretty sure the Nairobi Securities Exchange will pay you quite over decent dividends compared to your circle, because there are also likeliness of the shares from the Nairobi Securities Exchange also growing in terms of the capital gain. Also, in the Nairobi Securities Exchange, it means also you have to sell your shares for you to get back your money. But I usually find it a little bit of less of a hassle. Again, this is me speaking. I didn't say this is how it is to everyone. Some of you have maybe a bad experience with the Nairobi Securities Exchange. But for me, personally, I've never sold my shares since I started buying. But I've interacted with people who have been selling their shares. It isn't that of complicated. And you don't have to inform them, I don't know, in 60 days. No, you just initiate a sell. And then if they find a merger, within a day, you sell your shares. Within hours, it becomes a little bit easier. So let's do this, guys. Please understand this. All these investments, they perform different roles. View them as vehicles. Saccos, that is what a Saccos do. There is what a money market fund will do. There is what a fixed investment fund will do. There is what the government securities will do. Rates, ETFs, index funds. All these investments, they are different in nature and they are very specific. It's like a truck and a small car. There is one for carrying loads and there is one for, ferrying people or something like that. So you have to understand what you're getting yourself into, okay? Now, what is my ultimate point? Whatever or whenever you are investing, whenever you are getting yourself into an investment, understand it is nature. Please, no. I had a call from a lady who had invested her money in something called treasury bills. Then she called me almost crying, asking me, hey, by the way, I'm making this video on September. Just some few days the schools were opened here. She was calling me asking me, hey, Joseph, I would like, you know what, I invested in treasury bills and I would like to get my money back. It was meant for school fees. So I was like, oh my goodness, why did you invest that money meant for school fees in a treasury bill? Then I asked her, for how long did you invest in a treasury bill? It is going for 1 year. Just understand. There's some cash to be fixed. There's some cash to be put. I was like, okay, maybe you could have put your money in a money market fund because you can initiate a withdrawal at any given time. So when it comes to treasury bills, you have to wait until the period matures, or maybe you look a way of selling it on the secondary market. And of course, that comes with a lot of a long process. Number two, comes with some shortcomings because, of course, you're going to sell it at a loss. So the point here is, guys, please understand first the nature of an investment you're getting yourself into, so that you don't get any surprises. Getting into an investment, can you imagine now investing money meant for school fees in a week's time or 2 weeks' time? You put in a bond that is going for 15 years. Now, surely, now tell me at that particular point, now what are you doing? Understand it first. And that's why I tell people, if you do not know or if you're not sure of what investment to go to, that's why I encourage you. And I said, by your own will. That is my number. You can shoot me a call. I first listen to you. Where are you going? Financially, not literally. Financially. So that I can tell, okay, based on the goals that you want and where you are financially, then this and this and that will actually be fit for you because this would do, this would do, this will, and that kind of a thing. If you find it worth, you can grab that number of mine, shoot me a call on my WhatsApp, then we'll be able to pick it up from there. This is Good Joseph at all the time. Make sure that you follow me for more and leave a comment on the comment section. See you in the next one.